Oh, okay. Hey. Okay, well, hello. If you're watching this after the fact, or if you're live on the stream, hello. We're gonna be playing Bennett Foddy. Getting over with Bennett Foddy. So, yep, make it on the stream on my phone so I can see what chat says, or if anybody is joining now. Okay, perfect. Keep it at this. Okay. So this stream is probably gonna last a couple hours. Oh boy. Probably gonna have to get. Ah, yeah, man. Heck yeah. What can I do about it? Ah, that big. I don't know what everybody's talking about. This game is super the controls are kind of weird, but I think I'm used to it. Oh no. My worst Hell's memory. Oh no. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? I can't.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over.
What is wrong with
If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back.
Yeah,
I'll be here.
bad damn. So I don't know what's up with this city. I don't know if I should have it.
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Oh, I got it, boys. I got the paddle.
Whoop.
Oh, okay.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games
Oh no. You
of its
suck.
time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
No. What is wrong with this game? Okay, there we go. Push all back up and steadily onto the freaking.
Anyway, when you start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real.
I like the music. I like the guy's voices. A lot of people like to mute him because they make him angry. It's the voice.
What? What?
Just gotta get used to the tricks.
What?
Actually, just because we don't speak those terms.
What?
The obstacles in sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. An idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it. Usually turn out to be unreasonably, but I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault, rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Okay, buddy.
When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
I can already tell this game is gonna be fun. So I'm just streaming this first one, but I might just record episodes from here on out.
What?
Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Let's get ourselves up. Piece of shit. Oh. Okay. Let's just. What am I doing?
Oh.
That's it. Shit. Oh, no. This is
Oh. What? What?
Back up here. Get up. I know you can. Come on. It does it so slow. try and move my mouse, but he barely even freaking moves.
What?
Ah, shoot. I don't get how you do that. Come on. He's not gonna... I know. What? North Tail. I fucking hate this. Oh, get on the fucking rock. Fuck it, fuck it. No, 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 no.
What?
Oh, why does it go under him? I could have had that if it didn't go under him. Okay, so I guess okay, come on. Come on. Oh, don't bounce off the rock, you. Boy. Oh boy. Shit. Fucking hell.
You've done this part before. You know it's
Oh,
possible. Just do what you did the first time.
What? What?
Yeah, I've got a small mouse pad, just about, like, I don't know, 8 inches in diameter. All the way around. It's just pretty normal desktop mouse pad. It's not made for gaming, by any standards, but it's a mouse pad. I think it's definitely
What?
I guess I just got the...
What?
Ah, fuck. Hey, 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 hey. Up, up, go up. Come on, stop. I don't know.
What?
Ah, what the camera? The camera moves, and then it moves my mouse pad, my mouse cursor, so that it's difficult to live. Oh my god. Fuck. This game is fun. simple stuff now. Oh my fucking god!
What?
Are you fucking stupid? How does it do that? How does it manage to fuck you over so much?
What? What?
Come on, come on. Ah! Wait a minute. Gives. There's a tiny amount of this thing. Oh, that's how it screws you. It's not just a solid object. To a point malleable. Rose, I think we just beat Chimney. Yes!
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
What?
God. The best employees. Alright, Chimney's done.
What?
Shit. It's kind of weird. It's like, so weird. Like I tried, but it just slips.
What?
Why did I try and just do it on that face? What is wrong? I'm just experimenting with the controls and I didn't just safely. God.
What? Oh.
Shit. Okay. I definitely need a bigger mouse pad for this. I got this itch. It's not suffice at all.
What? Oh.
Shoot.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
It wasn't that much progress. It almost was. I almost went off the edge of Chimney. That was a lot of progress. No, I'm not doing it with that.
What? What?
Okay. So I have no clue how the controls work on this game.
What? What?
Just blindly going at it. And it moves with. It's. Okay. 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 as good at other video games. So I think this is also hurting me a lot. I can't live properly. So it's kind of you fucking bitch. Now just nudge yourself away. And then go up.
What?
It bounces, dude. It bounces. The camera bounces the freaking mouse. No! It didn't stick.
Oh.
Okay.
What?
Oh, fuck. Wait a minute, are those the Half-Life barrels? Wait a minute, hold on. These are the Half-Life barrels. I mean, they may just be regular barrels, but those are Half-Life barrels. That's the texture used in Half-Life. Well, Half-Life 2 anyways.
Whoop.
I know Half-Life 2 because I played Half-Life 2. It's like most everyone has. Super hyped for the Half-Life 3 that's gonna come out, and they skip it to Half-Life 2 because they can't count to 3.
What? Oh.
Like every other game, they get a second version of. You get Half-Life 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Team Fortress 2. Oh wait, they didn't even make that many games.
Ooh. What? What?
Oh, shh.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. What? Oh.
I need to get used to the controls. I need to be able to...
What?
Over time, we've poured more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. B games, B movies, B music.
How? That's weird. Oh, I see what we're going for.
Maybe this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted. There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, Scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, guarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled.